Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful. Now with today's main headlines. Global experts meet in Milan to improve health decision making. 140 Rohingya Muslims stranded off Indonesia's coast as locals reject landing. Russian scientists pinpoint date of largest volcanic eruption in 10,000 years. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi remarks on modern concepts not addressed in jurisprudential foundations. Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, this is Hussein Shia Waves live from Hussein TV 3 in London. Global health experts gathered in Milan to discuss ways to improve the coordination and integration of evidence-based decision-making in the health sector, World Health Organization website reported yesterday. The meeting hosted by the World Health Organization aimed to ensure that diverse sources of evidence are effectively applied to enhance health outcomes. Participants explored challenges and opportunities in coordinating decision-making processes, highlighting the need for improved alignment among policymakers, clinicians, payers and regulators. Case studies from various countries demonstrated the importance of a comprehensive framework to guide health decision-making at the national level. Additionally, experts emphasized the importance of addressing capacity gaps in evidence generation, synthesis, translation and implementation at individual and institutional levels. They noted that while some countries have made progress in these areas, there are still a need for increased investment and support to ensure that evidence is accessible and usable for decision making. Furthermore, experts highlighted the importance of building trust and collaboration among different stakeholders to facilitate effective knowledge exchange and decision making. The meeting resulted in a plan to develop a framework that will help improve coordination and coerce across the evidence ecosystem. By strengthening the health decision-making process, experts hope to improve health outcomes and ensure that evidence is effectively used to inform policies and practices. About 140 Rohingya Muslims, predominantly women and children, are stranded on a wooden boat off the coast of Indonesia's Aceh province, with local residents refusing to allow them to land, the Associated Press reported yesterday. The boat has been anchored about 1 mile from the Labuhan Haji since Friday, following a nearly 2-week journey from Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Tragically, 3 individuals died during the trip. Local fishing community chief Mohammed Jabal stated that residents are wary of the Rohingya due to past incidents causing unrest. Despite the refusal to allow them ashore, locals have provided food, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has also assisted. The group originally departed with 216 people, with some disembarking in Riau province. Indonesian authorities have arrested 3 suspects for alleged people smuggling related to this incident. The Rohingya facing severe discrimination in Myanmar have led to Bangladesh, where around 1 million currently reside as refugees. Indonesia, not a signatory to the UN Refugee Convention, typically offers temporary shelter to distressed refugees. Scientists from Ural Federal University, supported by the Russian Science Foundation, have determined the precise date of the largest volcanic eruption in the past 10,000 years. After analyzing the tree rings of subfossilized trees in the Yamal Peninsula, northern Siberia, they discovered that the eruption of the Kikai volcano, located in the Japanese islands, occurred in 5279 BCE. Researchers suggest that this date could serve as a key reference point for synchronizing the chronology of other volcanic eruptions. According to Rashid Khan Temirov, the Kikai eruption was significantly larger than most known eruptions, with an estimated ejection of 300 to 450 cubic kilometers of material, surpassing even the famous Tambora eruption in 1815. The study analyzed 3 major volcanic eruptions from the past 10,000 years, including the Helsinki volcano in Kamchatka and Mount Mazama in North America. While no evidence of catastrophic events have found during these periods, tree rings showed notable anomalies aligning with the expected date of the Kikai eruption, indicating significant environmental impact that lasted for several years. If confirmed, the findings could lead to revisions in the ice core chronology of Greenland and Antarctica, potentially impacting our understanding of climate change and the natural environment. The research was published in a journal focused on tree ring studies and their applications in archaeology, botany, climatology, and ecology. Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. Global experts meet in Milan to improve health decision making. 140 Rohingya Muslims stranded off Indonesia's coast as locals reject landing. Russian scientists pinpoint date of largest volcanic eruption in 10,000 years. Also tonight, synthesization of the Quran, training course for Islamic clergy in Beijing. The daily scholarly session of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi was held on Thursday and Friday, the 13th and 14th of Rabi' al-Thani. In this session, as in previous ones, the Marja answered attendees' questions regarding various jurisprudential issues. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi discussed the jurisprudential status of concepts such as citizenship rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, democracy and councils, which have emerged in the socio-political landscape over the past few decades. He noted that since these concepts did not exist in the past, they have not been referenced in traditional jurisprudential foundations. His Eminence further stated that the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Shirazi frequently referenced these concepts in his book Al-Fiqh, identifying matters mentioned in these declarations that are supported by religious evidence as legitimate rights. The Supreme Marja emphasized that if some of these concepts are not mentioned in religious evidence, they did not constitute a legal right in Islamic law. Using examples such as traffic laws, Grand Ayatollah Shirazi explained that regulations like traffic rules, which align with the principle of no harm, meaning that no one has the right to harm another, are consistent with the religious standards. Let's now observe and listen to the remarks of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi together.
بله همین ببینید گاهی هست دلیل خاص نداره آیه و روایت، اما لا ضرر ولا ضرار، گاهی لا ضرار شامل میشه، مثل این قوانین راهنمایی رانندگی. این که تو شرع نیست، این چیزا راهنمایی رانندگی نبوده اصلا. اما اون جاهایی که لا ضرار شامل میشه چرا نگیم؟ لازم نیست. حضرت فرمودن علینا القاء الاصول و علیکم التفریع. وقتی که ریشه ها رو فرمودن که یکیش لا ضراره.
بنابراین مخالفت هایی که با پدیده های عقلایی میشه اینا جایگاهی نداره.
مطلقا بگیم همش جایگاه داره نه، اما اونایش که با عمومات ولو عناوین ثانویه مثل لا ضرار باشه. چرا؟ و مرحوم اخوی رضوان الله علیه تو فقه شاید 10 مورد اینا رو ذکر کردن. بله، لا ضرار یعنی کسی به کسی ضرر نزنه. بله باطله. اگه لا ضرار میگیرتش، لا ضرار یعنی لا یضر احد احدا، یعنی کسی حق نداره به کسی ضرر برسونه. بله، خلاصه هر جا لا ضرار بگیره شرعیه.
And now we continue with some short news. The UK-based Imam Hussein charity, in collaboration with the Holy Karbala-based Misbah al-Hussein Foundation for Relief and Development, has announced its upcoming humanitarian campaign to distribute 1,000 food baskets to support Lebanese families affected by the ongoing Israeli war. The charity's administration confirmed that this initiative is part of the foundation's ongoing efforts to assist those in southern Lebanon facing deteriorating humanitarian conditions due to the ongoing conflict. Since the start of the Israeli attacks, the Shirazi-affiliated centers have been working under the guidance of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi, using religious funds to aid those in need by providing food, clothing, medical supplies, and helping clear debris. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, reported that over 16,000 Lebanese refugees have fled to Iraq following escalating Israeli attacks in Lebanon, adding that Syrian refugees who are in Lebanon are now also arriving in Iraq. The report stated that 16,727 Lebanese have entered Iraq through various points, including the Al Qaim border crossing, 9,552 predominantly, and the Baghdad area, 6,248 approximately, and Najaf, 927. On average, 375 Lebanese arrived daily through Al Qaim last week. The UNHCR also noted that 43% of new arrivals are being hosted in Holy Najaf and Karbala, while the rest are spread across central and southern provinces such as Babylon and Nineveh. The majority of refugees, 62%, are women and children, with nearly half of the families led by women. In response to the influx, Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani has declared the Lebanese arriving in Iraq are to be called guests rather than displaced. Iraq's Ministry of Education has also welcomed Lebanese students into schools to avoid disrupting their education. We are going to take a short break now for the adhan, and we'll be back later.
بسم الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله